Check one.
I hear you now.
Check one. All right. So we had a little bit of problems today with Spectrum, but today's Monday, October 9th, and welcome to Title Talk with Corey. This is episode 12, and I got a special guest in the studio today. We got Paul Castaneda.
What's going on?
What's going on? We're going to go ahead and split our screens. So if you're just jumping on, I apologize. We're a little bit late today. We had some issues with Spectrum this morning. There was a little outage in the area, but we're all good now.
All good.
Good. So first, I just want to reach out. It's our weekly check-in, and if you guys have anything that you guys need this week, don't forget to reach out, Corey Title Rep. But in this case, we got two title reps today. So you got the 2-for-1 deal today.
Yep.
So for those of you who are here for Paul or myself, if you guys need anything this week, you guys reach out to us. Paul, what's your email?
My email is pcastaneda@pct.com. And most of you follow me on Instagram, Paul Castaneda _. You guys want to hit me up, those of you that work with me?
Yeah. Well, and you guys know how to reach me too. Open at CoreyTitleRep.com. 626-392-7993. If you guys need anything farming this week, any profiles, anything that you guys need done, we're available. And I know Paul is too. You're available 7 days a week pretty much, right?
7 days a week, man. That's what we have to do right now in these times. It is. That's the ones that are doing it right out there. They're putting in the extra miles, the extra hours right now.
No, that's exactly what you have to be doing right now. And that's what I love about what you're doing out there, Paul. Because you're out there like every week, man. I see posts where you're training agents in rooms. I mean, full houses. And I think as a young title rep, because I mean I consider you young, man. But don't get fooled by that, because you're one of the few title reps out there who are you're out there and you're educating weekly. And during this time right now, we have a very unique market, real estate market. And so you have to be, I always say, you have to be planting the seeds out there. You got to grow your farm, right? And right now is the time. I said it like a couple weeks ago. I was in a Zoom meeting with a big luxury listing guy, listing agent. And, he was saying, this is Beverly Hills too. They're saying, he's talking about right now is the time where you have to really start to plant those seeds.
Yep.
Because the plane has landed for a while, right? But it's about to take off.
Right.
And so this is the time to start growing, and title reps, good title reps like yourself, your mother.
Oh yeah.
Natalie Castaneda. This is Team Castaneda, by the way.
Yeah.
This is the second half, the 50%
of Team Castaneda.
Team Castaneda. So this is Paul, Natalie's son.
Yeah.
How? By the way, how is that working with your mom?
It's amazing, honestly. My mom is she's been an amazing mentor all growing up, and working together. It's just it's fun. Obviously, mother-son team. I'm sure we drive each other nuts at times, and the riffraff between each other. But it's I think we make a great team. And my mom's been doing this for a very long time. I've learned so much from her, and obviously the doors that she's opened for me, the people that I work with because of her, and knowing you and Liz because of her, really, Right. Yeah.
And your mom, man, she's tough, man.
She's a
tough cookie. Yeah, don't be fooled by her beauty, because she's a beautiful woman,
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, no, my mom is, and she's always been like that, and I think it's what gave me and my siblings thick skin. Oh, yeah. For sure. Yeah, my mom's always been like that. The toughest woman I know. Yeah. And and there's something that goes to say about that, like. A lot of people I work with out there, you see a lot of single mothers that are realtors and this and that, juggling 10 different things at once. And man, those women out there, shout out to you ladies that are doing that, because that is a tough job.
For sure. No, for sure. I say the same thing about my wife. She's she's a badass. I mean, the podcast was going south this morning because of the broadcast, and I'm getting these texts. I promoted it, and so
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm like, well, I don't have no control over the the Wi-Fi, but anyways, hey, we're back.
We pivot, and here we are, and this is what you got to do,
the show goes on, man.
Exactly.
Always, right?
This is a lesson for something bigger, guys. This is a time where we have to pivot, right? Think outside the box and do those little extras.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So what are you noticing out there? During a lot of your sessions. I'm trying to get up here weekly. To reach out to the agents that I work with. I'm kind of spread out. So this platform, this format of coming up here every week on the podcast, I'm trying to share all the latest technology. By the way, I want to just let you guys know to stay tuned in the future, because my good friend Paul here just confirmed we got Benutech on the line, and we just confirmed that we are going to get Benutech out here. We're going to get him on the podcast in the coming weeks. Maybe you can come back for that one.
I would love to, man. I would be honored. I would love to. That's going to be an amazing one, and that's an amazing company. And we obviously utilize their systems to help our agents get out there and thrive.
Yeah, now that would be the PCT Title Toolbox.
Right.
So Benutech is the mother company of the Title Toolbox, right? But they also have some other products that they're going to share and how to utilize those. And this is all marketing platforms, farming platforms. Rebo Gateway is one of them.
Yeah.
No, but Rebo is it's not the Title Tool, but it's more like Title Toolbox on steroids.
Right.
It's a premium feature. Agents sign up for that. But he's hopefully he'll get up here and share some of that gold with us, because a lot of it is right now is the time to train. This is the time to train, to educate your guys, to educate your teams. And like I was talking about this big listing, luxury listing agent that I was on this Zoom with. He's don't be shy to start setting up those farms. I always say that farming just sounds so hokey, and I hate using that word farm. It just sounds You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, so I always use different terminology, like data analysis, and making it sound cool. But the truth is, it's farming.
Right.
If you're not farming right now, you're missing out. You got to get together with guys like Paul, myself. If your title rep isn't doing that for you, please reach out. And I told you 626-392-7993. That's my direct line.
And Paul, I'm at 310-486-3436. Both of us are available 7 days a week, you guys.
7 days a week, weekends, weeknights.
That's right.
And I know that's what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Because you have to. I mean, you have to be that that way, that driven out there in this market right now. There's no more deals just falling on your laps, right?
Yep.
And that goes the same for us as well.
Yeah.
If we're not out there promoting the tools, the resources, and providing the agents with the stuff that they need to stay sharp, then we're going to be missing out.
Yep.
So we got to constantly be out there planting our seeds as well.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got the PCT Title Toolbox. Like I said, it was Benutech. And we're gonna get them. We just got a commitment from them today to be on the podcast over the next few weeks, and we'll probably bring Paul back in for that.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Hopefully we won't have any problems.
It's okay.
Wi-Fi, man.
Problems are good. They teach you to pivot, and they teach you to figure out a solution. So
that's right, man.
Yeah, if I could just chime on that, piggybacking off what you're saying. Yeah, man, this is an interesting time, right, in this industry. There's what I'm noticing, a lot of agents, you're either kind of pulling back, which is a huge mistake, by the way, and kind of like just trying to wait for the storm to pass, maybe cutting back on things and this and that. No, this is the time to double down on every single thing you're doing. I work with a lot of new agents that are coming into this business fresh, and I tell them, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, this is the best time to get into real estate if you get the systems in place and if you get the right habits in place. And because this is the time to learn, to hone in, to sharpen the sword, to build your grit and your immune system in this business. And, going back to the basics, the fundamentals of the cold calling, the door knocking, the farming, like what Corey said. But now we have to take it a step further and really hone in and be really intentional with every move we make. But the amazing thing is that we have all the technology and the tools to help us do that now.
Yep.
Things that we didn't have back in the day. I mean, how long have you been doing this, Corey?
Jeez, man, it's been over 30 years. Probably.
You don't look like it, dude.
Oh God, dude, look at my white hair.
No, man.
32 years.
Fresh haircut.
32 years.
Nice. See, and that's the thing. You remember the days when things like this didn't exist, right? Because I mean, with my partner, my mom Natalie, same thing. It's like Title Toolbox, all these different resources, social media. I mean, look what we're on right now. This didn't exist at one point.
Right. You got all these free platforms.
Right.
Social media. Well, I remember back in the day, back way before, SB 133, which is the law legislation that governs title. And
the dark cloud over it.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, it was like take donuts or,
Yeah.
just like, there really wasn't much value in what title companies were providing back then.
Right.
And, and again, if that's not the culture, like the culture here is exactly that. We have, in fact, we do a lot of training for agents, real estate agents, and it's really important. It's key. It's key that we continue to provide that training. In fact, we have a training coming up next week. Did we get something?
Oh yeah, I think so. For a training next week.
I saw a text come through.
Yeah.
We'll have to share that in the coming days. But we do have another training. I don't know if it's this week. I think it's this week, right? Friday.
I'm not sure.
We'll double check.
Yeah.
We'll double check our records.
And we'll put it on our social medias, of course.
Yeah.
If,
so last week we did a training. Was it last week? It was the week before.
Week before last.
Yeah, we did. It was a estate or
a living trust, estate
living
planning.
Trust,
yeah,
living trust.
Understanding living trust.
Yeah, excellent. I actually was there. I was there for that. And,
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And Jorge put that on. That was a really good training.
Yeah.
Hello to Dahlia. Dahlia, double down is right, she says.
Yep.
That was really good, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
That was really well said.
Thank you, man.
I mean,
it's the truth. We have to right now on everything we do.
That's what I love about what you have a really good energy.
Thanks,
out there.
man.
I mean, just when you see you have this really good energy, and I think Liz was telling me because I wanted to know a little bit more about what your personal.
Yeah.
What does he do? She said that she thinks that you do like jujitsu or something.
Oh yeah, I do a little jits. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, man.
So let me ask you: Does that involve like meditation?
No, I mean, really, it taps into so many different things, man. I mean, those of you out there that roll jiu-jitsu, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm not at it as hard as I need to be. I go through pockets, and obviously right now, just with everything being so busy in life, but jiu-jitsu is amazing, man, because it really teaches you so much, not just physically but mentally. Yeah. I always say this because I could go on and on forever, but to sum it up in a nutshell, there's so many things in life that you can kind of get away with, like I should say, bullshitting your way through in a sense. Yeah. But jiu-jitsu, you can't. Everything you learn, you have to repeat over and over and over again and hammer it in your brain, the technique. And it's so much repetition that it really, it instills like this discipline in you that trickles into other aspects of your life, right? Because everything is repetition and getting it down, learning about living trust. I mean, go to a class, you take notes, take those notes, go back, read those notes over again, hammer it in your brain, right? So anyway, long story short, I really think jiu-jitsu does so much, not just physically, but it gives you all these other disciplines in every other aspect of your life.
And so, that's it's a great example. I mean, I think that, obviously that is trickling over into how you do business and what you're preaching out there to your clients.
Yeah.
Because it is about repetition right now. And if there's any great thing that we could share is that, staying consistent with what your plan is, whether you're door knocking or you're sending mailers out or you're doing like a combination of all of those factors, right?
Yeah.
There's what we call them touch systems, right? So, do you have a texting campaign, an emailing campaign, a door knocking day, right?
Right.
Or a phone calls.
Right.
Phone calls. So there's several touches. And so we're here to help you, facilitate that system for you. I always tell my clients that, we're an extension of what you guys are doing in your office, your back office. And so, like the clients that I met this week out in San Diego, shout out to Connect Realty, my boys out there. They really have a niche. They have several niches that they're working. But the key that I noticed with these guys is that they're totally consistent, man.
Yeah.
I get requests all week from different agents of theirs, and they always want labels, surrounding their listings or and so. But it's every week, man. Every week they're just hitting it, and so what up, Eric? Sorry.
No, it's okay. I love it. It's awesome to see people jump on here and interact.
Yeah. So but it's consistency.
Right. Right.
And so whatever that is, whether it's just a basic farm, even if it's just farming your neighbors, farming the neighbors around the listings, or maybe it's not your listing. I just got a guy, he came Saturday to our house here.
Okay.
And he dropped off his flyer. I have it downstairs. He said he's got, it was a flyer for a listing. And so I said, "Oh, is this your listing?" Because it had his picture on it and everything. And he goes, "No, it's not my listing." And I said, "Oh, it's not." But he had the flyer already. And I'm like, man, that is exactly what you need to do, man.
Yeah.
He's promoting somebody else's listing.
Yeah.
So of course, I'm like, "Hey, man, I'm a title rep."
Yeah, I know.
So I said right away, so I'm gonna send you a next sellers list.
Yeah.
In the neighborhood.
Nice.
He said, "Yeah, you could do that." I said, "Yeah, man. I'll send you. We have an algorithm through the time." I said, "I have a podcast on Mondays."
Nice.
And I'm gonna send you the next sellers list, and there's a lot of stuff that we can help you with.
Nice.
So he was like instantly interested, want to know my name and everything. And so
nice.
But what I liked about what he was doing was that he was promoting someone else's listing, but he was just it wasn't his listing.
Yeah. I love it when it's so funny. Just when a realtor knocks on a title rep's door, because I've had realtors knock on my door, and I'm like, man, you just made a new friend, whether you like it or
Lion's
not.
Den.
Exactly.
You
yeah.
know what I
Exactly.
No, but it was, So immediately, it's you don't want to lose an opportunity like that.
Absolutely not. Absolutely. Yeah. And there's so many different ways out there, man. The thing is, at the end of the day, I think every realtor needs to understand this, is that us title reps, we're in the trenches with you. 1,000%, right? You have days that you are so good. You wake up and you got that listing appointment, went great, this and that. With us, it's opening however many title orders, this or that, or seeing how many close that day.
Right.
And it's easy to stay motivated when that is happening, right? But what about the days where a deal falls out of escrow or it's quiet? Oh my gosh, man, those are. When it's quiet, you're like, but you have the output has to be the same of what you do. You get up, whether it's your cold calls, how many offices you're going to hit, you have to keep doing that and take emotion out of it, right? This isn't a time to be motivated. This is the time to be truly driven and disciplined in everything you do. And that's what's going to, when the market turns around and really picks up and, you're tripping over a listing or an open order at every corner you turn, those of us that are putting in the extra miles right now, whether you're an agent, you're a title rep, you're a lender, escrow, we're going to reap the benefits of it.
Yeah.
Right?
No, exactly. The time is now.
Yes.
The time is now. We have some signs like that. By the way, Viviana from The Office, she says, it's our beautiful receptionist. She says, "Hello from the Glendale office."
What's up, Viviana? Yep.
From the mothership.
That's right.
So, shout out to our team in Glendale.
Oh, man, the team we have is amazing.
We
could touch on that, too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we got some amazing people in the office.
Yeah.
And, you always hear that, it's a family. It's a family, right? Or it's family oriented. But we truly are a family. I mean, we have an amazing staff, from customer service to the units that we're working with. Shout out to our operations manager,
Liz. Man, Liz. Let me tell you something. Liz truly is. I look at two big people that are kind of like my go-to mentors, above all, and that's Jorge and Liz. Honestly, I go for so much. I mean, aside from my mom, obviously, but Liz truly is amazing. I bug the heck out of her like crazy, and she's always there to answer any question I have, and she's a wealth of knowledge, straight up.
Mm-hmm. Dahlia says, this is Dahlia from Escrow. She says, "We are all here to help each other and add value."
That's right.
And that's that's really that's a really awesome statement, and because agents out there, whether they're experienced or experienced pros or they're novice, they just started, they're rookies. They don't have to know everything. And I always tell them, you don't have to know everything. Your people, you lean on your team. Escrow, right? That's why you need a good escrow team to work with, a good escrow officer, a great title team. And nowadays, title reps, you have to, if you're not doing what you and I do out there, then it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard.
It's going to be.
You have to be out there providing value, providing service, providing technology, everything that we provide.
1,000%.
But you also have to have that team. Even from your transaction coordinator, your escrow, your lender. You lean on all those people.
Yeah. It truly is. It's a team effort. It's wild. I mean, it's great. Obviously, our bit, like our side of things, is so relationship based, right? You go to events, you go to this, offices, everything, and it's awesome. I have some agents that they've become truly friends at this point. We have so many similar interests and this and that, But then at the end of the day, once they give you an order and you go into the team and it's up to the unit inside and escrow, they need to be strong, right? And we're like Corey said, we're very lucky to have two amazing units at our office. And everybody in there is so knowledgeable, and it's nice that I can hand this off to my team and trust them to give our clients the best service.
No, absolutely, it's critical. So what's going on out there? So when you're in an office, I mean I know what I'm doing. I'm trying to share different different niches,
right?
And on the podcast here, I'll do some training, not necessarily on a whole training on Title Toolbox, but what I like to do is share little pieces of it.
Yeah.
Like I think I did a couple weeks ago. I did one specific niche, and this was targeting either out-of-state owners, who have absentee owners, not just out-of-state owners, but absentee owners
in general,
but also applying the next seller algorithm or the empty nester algorithm over that. I think it was an empty nester algorithm over an out-of-state owner.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I thought that was kind of an interesting niche.
Okay.
Because there are people getting ready for, who are retiring, liquidating assets right now.
Right.
And so I thought that was kind of interesting. So that's what I went through a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Okay.
What's happening out there? What are you sharing right now?
Something similar. Again, I try to get agents to really focus their shift on that need to sell market, and that's one thing that's key. I think that it's like there's a line that maybe gets blurred is what to go after, because here's another thing too. Again, going back to being intentional, there's a lot of agents, and I tell them all the time, it's great to have the energy and the tenacity to knock on 100 doors, but you have to really have a good pulse on who you're knocking on. Again, we're able to know that nowadays, right? But again, you want to focus that shift on that need to sell, because there is people that need to sell right now, right?
Right.
To get you that listing. So whether it's, again, utilizing PCT Title Toolbox to hone in on divorces, on stuff like that, affidavits of death, any of the pre-foreclosure stuff to go after those need to sell markets that we're currently in.
Yeah.
Right.
Now all of those niches that he's talking about, those are all like premium. It's premium data through Title Toolbox.
Right.
So those you'd have to pay for.
Yeah.
But they're relatively inexpensive.
It is relatively inexpensive. And you're investing, I tell agents all the time, you're investing in your business straight up.
No, exactly.
Exactly. You can't be cheap when it comes to that, because this is good data. This is data that, again, imagine knocking on people's doors and they need to sell. There is a need to sell there.
Right. And that's the key, is targeting owners who need to sell, or a buyer who needs to buy.
Right.
And so, you don't want to just be wasting time, wasting money.
Right.
Not in this market, because you're gonna have a lot of owners who normally would be selling who are not going to sell because of the high interest rates.
Right.
They're not going to sell their home that they purchased at 3%.
Right.
And go purchase 7%. So you got to really start targeting the owners who need to sell right now. So you need guys like Paul and I.
Yes.
Right? No, but the truth is, I mean, that's what we do. That's what we specialize in.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm glad to have you on, man.
No, likewise, man. Likewise.
You have the energy, man. You're well spoken, man.
Thank
You're
you.
out there delivering great information.
Trying to. Thank you, man.
No, you are. I see it. I
you.
mean, I see like the clips that you're doing, and I know you're right on. You're spot on at exactly what you need to be doing.
Yeah.
This is exactly what a title rep should be doing.
Yeah.
In today's market. So if you're a new title rep coming into the business, I mean, this is what you have to be doing.
Yeah.
Right.
1,000%.
You can't be the old school guy delivering donuts. I mean, that's,
Well, that day is done, and
it's done. It's illegal too.
Yeah.
By the way.
Exactly. Well, no, it's very interesting because, again, working with, my mom, right? Mother-son team.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed is that we're really on two different sides of the coin because, again, my mom has been doing this for about 38 years now. And, she built her book of business, at that time. And luckily these people have stuck with her because she is such a good rep. Yeah. But that was a time where, passing out the card, getting donuts for the office, doing this, doing that, those things were allowed. And that was kind of, now we really, I mean, as a new title rep, if you're out there and you're a new title rep, you really got to be so different and think outside the box. Yeah. Utilizing technology. I mean, technology is key. If you're not up to date with technology, you're not going to last, straight up.
No.
Social media, right? And I'm not great at social media. I have mentors that are always getting on me, like, you need to be on Instagram more, go live, go this, and it's true. Right. But social media, start with that, building your personal brand, right? The systems like Title Toolbox, even like the use of AI nowadays that everyone's using.
Yeah, that's trippy, man. I haven't really dove into that. Are you?
Yeah, I have, and I mean, I use it for my business, and I tell agents that you guys could use it the same. It's the bottom line is that there's so many tools nowadays, and we need to adapt. I mean, look at us at Pacific Coast Title. We have our farming apps, the Agent One, right? Stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Great calculator tool,
right?
No, there's a lot of great stuff out there.
Yeah,
that AI technology. I just got some agents that I just met with this week were telling me about how the AI can now chop up your videos because they're talking about my podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, all you have to do is give. I don't even know what it is, a platform where they actually chop it up and create these videos out of several videos.
Right.
So stay tuned because you'll probably be seeing that from me.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's true, man.
It's crazy, man. Mm-hmm. It's so powerful if you know how to get how to use this stuff.
Yes, and guess what? If you don't know how to use it, you can pretty much YouTube every damn thing too. Calling your title reps first and foremost. No, but really, it's crazy. Like, there's like the resources that are out there to learn things is wild. There's no excuse anymore. There really isn't. Yeah. You got to put forth the effort, and you have your strategic partners like Corey and myself. They come in here, and we help you learn these tools and get a plan of attack. Again, we're strategic partners in your business for you agents out there. We're not just title reps passing out a card.
We're partners.
Exactly.
No, that's great, man. I mean, it's true, and I try not to go out there and, I'm out there to do the same thing, to build relationships, and you're doing the same thing. It's to partner, because we need each other.
1,000%, man.
We need each other more than ever right now.
Yep, that's for sure. That's so key. We really do. We got to lean on each other because we're all going through it together, whether you're an escrow, you're a lender, you're an agent, you're a title rep. And this is the time, like Corey said, to lean on each other, utilize each other for different resources, get a plan of attack, and go out there and kick some ass.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it with title, I mean, it really does start with us because we provide all the data, the farming, all the tools, the resources, all the applications. Because a lot of title companies, I mean, they all have a lot of us have the same stuff, but not everybody knows how to use this stuff and the strategies behind it that go with it. So we're from the very beginning of your transaction. We can help you grow your business but we also close your business. Yeah. We're the ones who close the deals.
Exactly.
You ever think of that?
Oh, dude, I all the time, and I love it. There's nothing I love more is like, especially like with a new agent, you get like, or anybody, you get that confirmation email, and being able to send them a text, hey, congratulations. Yeah. You just close your first deal, whatever.
Every deal is so important to an agent. I mean, they're big deals. This is really big to them. So and that's why we hold that so near and dear to us because this business means a lot to you guys. And so, that's why we're there to provide you that support throughout the whole transaction.
1,000%.
Right?
1,000%. Yeah. No, I couldn't agree more, man. It's this is some heavy title rep energy in the room right now. So
so mom's on. She says love it. I don't have my glasses on.
Oh, love it. Great info.
Yes.
Thank you, my wonderful title partner / mother. She's the best. She really is. You know, I'll say this, and I appreciate all the kind words, man. Anything you see of me, it comes from her, straight up. I mean, you know, growing up and seeing her, like, you know, again, I've been around this business all my life, and, you know, I knew my mom was out there all day long, you know, office to office, and, you know, getting picked up from daycare, babysitter, and all these flyers in her cars and this and that. But she's been out there working her butt off all day long. Yeah. It's very interesting. Just to get a little on a personal note, something I learned is that, you know, I think you always like tell your kids, right? Like be a hard worker, do this, do that, right? The things you tell them. But I've realized is that nobody ever really told me like, oh, you need to do this, you need to work hard, you need to do that. It was just shown. Like my mom just showed me. I just repeating what I saw her do day in and day out. Yeah. Working her ass off every single day. Like, you know, so for me, it was just like, okay, like if I want my kid to do something, I'm going to whatever I want them to do, I'm going to do the same thing. Yeah. And they're going to repeat that. Monkey see, monkey do, right? Exactly. So luckily, I've always seen my mom with amazing habits in her business and everything she did. So I was just like, okay, this is what I do, you know? Wow. Yeah, so, that's awesome, man. Get a little deep there for a second.
My mom, the funny thing is I started in this business. It was a coincidence that I got into title, but my mother was in title. My mother, way. Yeah, she was actually she was a title secretary assistant. Okay. On a unit. Okay. For many years, and so were my aunts and everything. When I got out of school, I studied accounting. Okay. And when I got out of school, I got placed at a title company. Okay. Just by coincidence.
That's wild.
You know, but so my mom wasn't a rep or anything, but she used to always say, when the going gets tough, the tough get going.
That's right.
And I always think about that, man. So, no, yeah, definitely, you know, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Appreciate that.
And so, you know, you can definitely see those values in you that are in you. And so it's great to have you on, man.
Thanks, man. Thank you. It's amazing to be here. It really is. It's a part of such a great team. And, you know, everybody, I've been very lucky to be surrounded with the right people. You know what I mean? No. And the right mentors and everything like that.
We really are. I mean, we have a great core, a great system here. You know, and you know, I've been talking about the classes that Jorge's been putting on. Jorge Mesa, the great, I say our fearless leader. Yep. Very knowledgeable, a great educator. And so, and that's really what, you know, he's instilling in the reps here is, you know, you got to get out there, you got to train, you got to educate. And if, you know, not everybody's cut out to do it.
No, for sure. 1,000%. Let's make that very clear.
Not everybody's cut out to do that.
No, yes.
A lot of people are not great public speakers, but you know, if someone can't do it from our company, I mean, you know, if a rep is not really cut out for that, Jorge will come out and do it. You know, and so and then we have the classes that we're doing there at the office, and we have a great it's just a big, we call
beautiful
it a training
office.
room. Yeah, we have a huge office. But the training room is awesome. You know. So have you used that, by the way? Have you guys done this training there?
I did a training for a few clients that we work with. It was like 5 of them, but I did it in one of the smaller rooms, and then I gave them a tour. But that training room is awesome. You know, and what I love is like I invite a lot of my clients to our trainings on Fridays. Not a lot of people do that. A lot of title companies do that. And I'm sorry, I'm just going to be real. Like I look around and I'm very grateful the people that I work with, and like looking at like Jorge and Anthony. Yeah. Those guys really are like my, you know, I look at them, I'm like, okay, I want to be like them in 5-10 years, as far as like, you know, their business and how they run it. And the trainings that they do, they really go above and beyond. And I know all the agents that I work with, especially the newer agents, they love those Friday trainings, man. Oh, yeah. I know they don't do it every single Friday, but when they do, and the people that come, this is real value that we're giving you guys.
And they're packing it.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, that's it's really key to you know, the success that a lot of agents are having there is just really, you know, getting informed about a lot of these different subjects. The more knowledge you have, the more valuable you're going to be out there to your clients.
Exactly. Yeah. And if I could touch on one thing too really quick, I've been telling a lot of agents, this is really a time too speaking of educating yourself and value, learn the boring stuff right now. Like the stuff that's not the sexiest, learning your closing documents, learning about a living trust, which is all interesting stuff, but it's not that fun. Learn that stuff and get obsessed with it. Because the more you know, that's going to make you grow that much more. And I always tell agents, you before you know it, your confidence is boosted just from the month of training that you put yourself through, as far as learning documents and this and that, all that boring stuff. And then when you go out and talk to clients, you're that much more confident because you know things now. You know?
No, absolutely. Documents is really, I mean, like you said, it's not the most entertaining thing, but but understanding how to read them, understanding trusts, probate,
all that stuff,
and especially how it pertains to your transaction, or if you haven't had that come across, eventually you're going to come across something, you know, and then you want to know how, because that's important when it comes to closing and what you need to ask for up front. So we'll keep everybody posted. Shout out to Aldo over in Texas. It's a new agent.
Oh, nice.
Over in Texas. So he's on with us. And
what's up, Aldo?
Dahlia says, never miss an opportunity to teach. When you teach others, you teach yourself.
Ooh.
Oh, I like that.
I like that.
No, that's so true.
It's true.
Just from doing the podcast up here, and I'm sure it's the same way when you're training in person. You're constantly learning.
Yeah.
And in every real estate transaction, it really does have its own fingerprint per se. And not every transaction is the same.
Yeah.
You're going to have different situations that you come across throughout your whole life, in your whole career in real estate. You're going to see just new things all the time, and we see that in title. And so that's where, if we don't have the answer, we're always going to lean on title operations manager. And it goes up the chain, From there, we'll talk to underwriting, whatever we have to do to help you, direct you in the right direction, right? Because, we may not have, maybe it's something totally new that we've never seen before. We come across things that we've never seen. And so we just we move it up the chain, and we'll get you an answer. And that's the beauty of working with us here at PCT, is that we get a lot of those decision makings at a local level. We don't have to, it's not a huge corporation where like we gotta go, we really have all the answers we can get back to you. If we don't have the answer, on hand, we're gonna get it for you.
We're gonna go to Liz. No,
yeah, exactly. That's my secret weapon.
Yo,
that's
man,
our secret weapon.
She's amazing, honestly.
Yeah.
But no, it's true. I'm glad you said that. Just to touch on that, it's funny because sometimes, I learned this from my mom. It's like even with 38 years experience, you could still come across a situation where like, wow, like I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
And it's okay not to have all the answers, but again, it's important to be resourceful and to know who to reach out to. That's one thing my mom is amazing at. She's very resourceful.
Yep.
She knows exactly who to call when there's a question that comes up that's like, oh, you know what? I've never seen this before. This is a little bit more complicated, because there's a lot of complicated scenarios out there.
Oh yeah, especially when you come across like these old ass easements from like the early 1900s.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah.